king.
Alright, we want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Okar, Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching the word of truth and sincerity and for ruling well. Salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, we out here another week. Why do Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai? Another week. We out here another week. Preaching the word of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, bringing the truth to the elect of Israel. Who are the Israelites? The so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians. Who are the Israelites? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Native Indians, man. We're of the North, Central, and South America, as well as those of confusion of faces. Those people that come from other nations, but they look like the other nations, but they go back to us on their father's side, man. We're the Hebrew Israelites the Bible speaks of, okay? When we're coming in the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, that's the true name of the Heavenly Father and His Son, okay? And so me and a brother, we had opened up, we were talking about life and death, man, because we're living in a time of prophecy, and a time of great calamity is about to befall these people here on the side here. We're warning you through the word of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, because that's our job, as well as to be watchmen, as well as to be examples of how to follow the laws and the commandments, man. As well as to be teachers, prophets. Okay, that's part of our job is to warn you, man. Okay, and me and the brother were speaking about how a lot of you people, particularly people on this side here, you're going to try to preserve your life down here, man. One, because you're afraid of death, man. The so-called white man, he's afraid of death, okay? And he's taught these people on this side here, he's taught you to be afraid of death, man. He's taught you to be thinking that, you know, if you die, you're going to burn in hell, okay? Or you're going to go into heaven and just live eternally, man. But that's not the case. That's not in the scriptures, man. Okay? You're going to live eternally down here on earth, man. Okay, this is the last time our people are going to have to go through this thing we call the life cycle of life and death. Living, getting old, if you make it that far, okay, and then dying, and then being born again. In the kingdom of heaven, the Israelites, starting off with the elect, the Israelites starting off with the elect of all the 12 tribes of Israel, we're going to live eternally in the kingdom of heaven, man. And then our children, which are going to be the 2/3, and some of them are going to be the elect too, they're gonna live eternally, man. The only ones that's gonna die are these heathens, man. Starting off with the so-called white man. We're gonna achieve what he can never achieve, man. Immortality, man.
Right.
Okay? And so with that being said, with us knowing that we're gonna inherit immortality, how do we look at what you call death, man? It's just a transition, man. Now you can die, you can go out numerous ways, man. That's part of your judgment. Okay? But the point of the matter is it's still a transition, man. Okay, the scripture says our life is as a spark, man. It's as a spark, as a mist, man. You hear it 1 minute and then you're going the next. Transitory, man. Okay, so with that being said, how are we supposed to look at it, man? Are we supposed to look at it like, oh man, I'm scared to die, man? Hey, when we was in the world, me and the brother was speaking about when we were in the world, we were afraid to die, man. We didn't know why. We didn't know what was on the other side, man. Now we know, man. Hey, the spiritual world, man, which is the first heaven, man. Or, I'm sorry, which is the third heaven, man. We'll be caught up like third or fourth heaven. I think it's called the fourth heaven, man. Because of the earth is one heaven. The sky, that's another heaven. Space is the third heaven. The fourth heaven is where Yahweh Yahweh Shai and the angels dwell. Okay? You got something, brother?
At all. Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, let's go to Ecclesiastes 3:16.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Right, and what is that place under the sun? The earth, man. All you got to do is look up. You're underneath of the sun constantly, man. This earth, this place is not a place of living in it up, man. You know, our people, they think that they're going to be born into poverty, and your job is to work your way up out of poverty any way you can, whether that be selling out, whether that be doing something and being an exploit for the heathen nation. You think that you were here to open up hair salons, open up clubs, to party hard? That's what you think you're here for. Hey, you think you're here one time and that's it. That's a lie, man. This place that we're living in, this place, earth, this place for the children of Israel, as we're speaking for right now, and this place is a place of judgment for us, man. Why do you think we're in the ghettos? Why do you think we're in the El Barrios as a whole? Why do you think we're in the lowest stratosphere of mankind here in the world, man? Why? Because it's our judgment. We broke the law, set the commandments of the Heavenly Father. Therefore, we had to live out the curses and the judgment. And so each time you die, you go back. You die, you go back, and you get your judgment, man. But you don't go to hell. Hell is the earth. Hell is the grave, man. That hell doctrine, a place where you burn it forever, eternally, that was something that was concocted by the Catholic Church, man, to get money. Okay? And to put fear in you people, to fear man instead of fearing the Heavenly Father, man. Or if I don't give my penance, or if I don't go to the Catholic Church, I'm gonna die. If I don't have enough, if I die broke, I can't make it into the kingdom of heaven. But that comes out of Egypt anyway, man. Put coins on your eyes and shit to get the beta toll. That's some bullshit, man. Read it again.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Yep. So that place of judgment is the earth. Go ahead.
That wickedness was there.
That wickedness was there. What you see it right now. This whole earth is engrossed in wickedness, man. Why? Because of the wicked, they're bearing root, man. Who are the wicked? The so-called white man. You're the wicked. Okay? There's nothing righteous about you. That's a Edomite foreigner, man. That's an Edomite foreigner. And that's gonna go into slavery, man. Okay? So go ahead, read it again.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Right, that wickedness was there in a place of righteousness, which the place of righteousness is this word, okay? It said in the place of righteousness, what?
The place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
And that iniquity is there, man. And what is iniquity? Sin upon sin. Okay? So that place of judgment is here on the earth, man. And everybody here goes through it, man. But starting off, chiefly the children of Israel, man. So this place is not a place of success, man. This place is not a place of giving it all you got so you can get what you want later. No. Hey, this place is really a place of judgment, man. The reason why we're here is just really is to get our daily bread and to be judged. Ultimately, the last judgment that's coming is the nuclear fire. And 1/3 of Israel is going to receive a part. That's a judgment. See, a lot of people, when you think of judgment, the first thing you think of is destruction and ill will. That's a part of it. But it's also, you can get a pardon. Does not, the president, when he comes into office, especially when he's about to leave, he starts pardoning people that were guilty of a crime. That a pardon is a forgiveness. So 1/3 of Israel, starting out with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 elect men, prophets, are going to receive a pardon. Lord willing, we're some of those men. Okay, as well as our household. That's going to be the judgment for the elect. But the judgment for the 2/3 is going to be ultimately destruction by nuclear fire, FEMA camps, famine, death, and destruction. As well as the judgment for the heathen. Okay? Because right now the heathen, they're living good. In this place of judgment, they're living a high life, man. They can walk around the earth and travel, spend money, earn money. They can put people in slavery. They can steal people's resources. That's what's happening. And our people look at that like, man, I should do what that. So that I can get what they got. So I can escape the curses, man. But you can't escape these curses, man. Our judgment down here is to repent, man. The only way out of this, the last judgment, or the second death, is to repent, man. So again, our people, they don't look at death the way that we used to in the ancient world, man. We knew that when we passed into the next life, we were going to what? We were going to sleep with our father. We were going to go sleep right next to our fathers, man. Our fathers, our forefathers, they slept and sleep, man. Okay? They never taught that, hey, I gotta do what I can do right now, so I don't die in hell, man. They never taught that, man. Okay? You got something?
First Peter's 4:18.
Go ahead.
It's the book of First Peter, chapter 4, verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Yeah, because you can start up at 7.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Well, First Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Heavenly Father, which is Israel. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Heavenly Father?
Right, so judgment starts with the children of Israel. That's why we come into the children of Israel. We go out here to these nations and we tell them what they're about to receive. But our job is to go to the elected Israel, man, to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, just like the apostles were given that task by Yahushua, man. I'm sorry, can you read that again, brother?
1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Heavenly Father.
Right, so judgment must begin at us, man. These people on this side here, go ahead.
And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Heavenly Father?
Right, and that's 2/3, because judgment is going to begin at the house of Israel, those that know that they're Israelites, man, as well as 2/3 of Israel. But what shall the end be of those that obey not the gospel? That's what it said, right? That obey not the gospel of the Heavenly Father. Okay? They're going to be destroyed. And we know for a fact that the nations, they're not obeying the gospel of the Heavenly Father. No matter if they call themselves Christians or not. So where is that going to lead them? The destruction. They're not going to get saved. They're going to go from living like this. You know, we come out here week in and week out, and thousands of people pass us every week, man. Every week. Thousands of people. What you think? You think the Lord is dealing with them, man? Hell no, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved.
So the righteous going to scarcely be saved, man. Scarcely, man. Meaning, we're not going to know until the trumpet sound and the chariots are hovering up above us and we're floating up in them chariots, man, that we're going to be saved, man. So that's why we give it diligence to make our calling and election sure, man.
Right.
Okay? You know, you got these Christians talking about something, oh, I'm saved through the blood of Christ. No, you're not, man. First of all, the Lord's name is Yahushua. And that blood was only sanctified for the elected Israel. So
right.
1, you got to be an Israelite. 2, you got to be elected of Israel to be saved. And 3, you got to endure to the end. And that's a delusion. That's a strong delusion that people are under, especially these people on this side here, man. Oh, I can live how I want to live. I can do what I want to do. I can eat what I want to eat. I can screw who I want to screw. And guess what? God's going to have mercy on me. Why? Because I believe in Jesus. Well, that's not the, first of all, the Lord's name is not Jesus. So you're believing in another God. You're believing in another Savior. Okay? Because the Lord's name is not God. And our Lord, Yahweh, his name is not Jesus, man. Or Jesus Christus. Or
right.
Jesus Christus. Or Serapis Christus. Or whatever. Okay? So you're under that strong delusion that, oh, I'm good. As long as I keep going to church on Sunday or whenever I can make it, I'm good. I can live how I want to live, and when I'm ready, I can turn my life to Christ, man. Well, guess what? You're going to be destroyed.
That's
because
right.
the scripture says, tarry not, make not, it's in the Apocrypha. It says, make no tarrying and turn to the Lord, man. Or to seek the Lord, man. But our people, go ahead.
Seek him while he may be found.
That's right. Seek him while he may be found. And where the Lord can be found? Right here, man. Right here on the streets, man. Where can the true answer to the life be found? Right here. Right here in this Bible. Right here on this street. Okay? Where can the true understanding of life and death be found? Right here. But you don't want to seek the Lord. Again, because you niggas think you got all day. You got all year. You got a lifetime. Here it is, you believe that you got one life to live, but you're going to take your sweet-ass time to find salvation, man. And niggas kill me, man, because, you know, I'll be on the Instagram checking it out, And a lot of, you know, I follow some of these dudes that are in the industry, man. And a lot of these dudes, man, they're a bunch of niggas. But then soon as Sunday comes, they'll videotape themselves in a car, listen to gospel, man. A nigga that's a straight bona fide, glorified trap guy. Nigga, he was selling crack. Oh yeah, I made the hustle. I made it up out the hustle. And just think, last year, I couldn't even get off my block in Atlanta. I couldn't even get out of downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Now I'm in Milan, Italy. And you really think the Lord is dealing with you? God is good.
God is blessing.
God is blessing. I'm counting stacks of money like this. Just counting it. Just not even counting it. Just throwing it on the ground like this. Balling. God is dealing with you. Well, you got another thing coming, nigga. You got that's called a consolation prize, my nigga. And the Most High, Yahweh Shai, is not dealing with you, man. And you're gonna wake up to find it when their judgment hits you, man. Whether that be the family, you gotta watch your children die. Whether that be the martial law, you gotta watch your children, your wife, your woman, or yourself get grabbed up and thrown in the back of the van, and then thrown into a concentration camp. Okay? Then reality gonna hit you. Man, God ain't dealing with you. Nigga gonna be calling on Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whoever. Look at him, man, this shit. Anyway, you're gonna realize that the Lord is not dealing with you, man. And that you don't have one life to live. All the shit that you did in this lifetime and in the life before is gonna be flashing before your eyes, as they say. Your life gonna flash before your eyes. Why? Because you never had no understanding, man. You thought that loving walking hand in hand with an Edomite or a Moabite or an Ammonite or whatever, 2/3, but that was gonna get you in the kingdom. I gave that motherfucker some food. I know the Lord was dying on me. So I gave the nigga a couple of dollars. I gave him a sandwich. Hey, that's just the Lord making sure you eat. That ain't nothing for you. He used you to do it. That ain't nothing to me. That the Lord, I take food over and you know what? I'm not gonna destroy him. Because he gave to the poor, man. First of all, you didn't give to the poor the Heavenly Father, which are the elect of the Lord, man. You didn't give that cup of cold water to the elect of the Lord. Matter of fact, you didn't even listen to the word of the Lord. You took it at naught. So now you're gonna be destroyed. But you're living your best life. Right? All you niggas gotta go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, right? Yeah. Tomorrow's Monday. Niggas watching football. You're in the church house, and you gotta go to work tomorrow. So you don't get fired. So you can eat. But you living your best life. You bitches out here shaking your ass, all on a video camera, all in the Instagram, butt naked. Man, I seen the most hypocritical shit yesterday, bro. And if I remember, I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you, man. But I'll explain it. You had this bitch, this gay chick, so-called black woman, big ass fucking titties, but just all out on the Instagram. All on the Instagram. I mean, on the Instagram, titty. Only thing covering her nipples is two emojis. Two emojis. Then on the caption, it says, "God is good. God is blessing. Good night." Really, nigga? You see the hypocrisy in that? You really believe that the Lord is dealing with a woman who exposes herself all on the fucking camera? But then that's what Christianity teaches, as well as it teaches this is hell, and that there's a place called heaven. First and foremost, heaven and hell are conditions. Right now, we're living in the white man's heaven. You see how he can walk around freely, he can commit all crimes, and rarely get a real judgment for it. He can be a demon, a pedophile, and everybody just overlooks it. He can kill millions of people and traverse those same lands as if he'd never been here before, as a tourist, right? And not be judged. This is his main enemy, which are the people on this side here, they're fucked up. They gotta come to him. That's heaven. This also a place, hell is a condition where you gotta go to the ghetto, your life is in a balance every day, you're not sure if you're gonna make it home, you're not sure if you're gonna make it to 21. That's hell, my nigga. Sloppy for using that term. And I wasn't talking about you, but I'm just saying, hey, that really is. Hey, my nigga, that's hell, man. Hey, you gotta work for the white man to get your bread. If you don't show up on time, you gonna get fired. You the last hired and you're the first fired. That's hell, man. You have no assurity of life, man. That is hell, man. And a white man can look at you and say, work hard. You're lazy. When you built this country, when they beat the shit out of you to build this country, they beat your heritage out of you. That's hell, my nigga. They make movies about you and laugh at you. That's hell, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Huh? And profit off it. That's hell, man. But you niggas think you living your best life, man. You a goddamn fool, man. And little Duval, man, your how about sitting out with Shai, Shalak, Rayam, all my support your bitch ass, man. I hate you, little nigga. If I ever see you in real life, man, I'm gonna cut you the fuck out in the name of your how about sitting out with Shai, man. You a fucking demon. And you, every time you see this nigga, you just, man, stop jumping all around. He like a little demon. You ever see this nigga? Hey, go on YouTube and type a Lil Duval. Smile, bitch. Don't listen to the song. Just watch this nigga jump around. Man, stop. I'm on my side. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. You see? And he got everybody singing this, bro. And it's not just a song. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. Because you're not living your best life. You're not smiling. And these people right here are oppressed. Keep reading, brother.
1 Peter chapter 4:18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Where they gonna appear? The nigga that don't believe in the Heavenly Father, he don't follow the laws, statutes, commandments. Where they gonna appear? They're gonna appear at the destruction. Go ahead.
19.
Yeah, what is that?
It says, wherefore let them that suffer according to the
Yep.
Verse 19. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Heavenly Father commit the keeping of their souls to Him in well-doing.
Right, and what is well-doing? This work. This work, man. We're bringing you your nationality. We're telling you who you are, man. In the words of Apostle Hart, man, we're bringing you righteousness, man. Okay? We're doing that. But you don't want to receive that, man. Read it again.
1 Peter 4:19. Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Heavenly Father commit the keeping of their souls to Him in well-doing.
So you're going to have people that suffer according to the will of the Heavenly Father, man. But they're going to keep to what? To good, doing good, which is His word, man. Which is love. That's the elect. Go ahead.
As unto a faithful Creator.
As unto a faithful Creator. Go ahead. That's it. Come on. So let's go back to Ecclesiastes 3:16.
Ecclesiastes 3:16 says, moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
So again, that place of judgment is here. It's not a place underground where you burn forever. Okay? Now, like I said, everybody that dies goes to the spirit world, which that's a place of rest for everybody, even the wicked, as well as the righteous, man. Everybody goes there. And that's where you hear your judgment. You got to stand in front of the judgment seat of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and you receive your judgment. And once you receive your judgment, you're allowed to what? Rest. And on the third and fourth generation, you got to come back here to the place of judgment. How do you come back here? As a newborn baby. And you don't remember anything. You don't remember your former life. You don't remember the wickedness or the righteousness that you did before. And you come back down here and you got to live it out. This is that place of judgment. So there's no place in hell where you burn eternally. And you're not going to live in heaven eternally, man. But there is going to be heaven eternally on earth. Again, we say heaven is a condition. Hell is a grave. Hell is a condition. Okay? And before Constantine and the Catholic Church changed it up, everybody knew that.
Right.
Can you skip to verse 21?
Ecclesiastes 3:21. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth?
Right. So when a man died, his spirit goes upward, man. It doesn't go downward. You know, they got TV shows where they show you the pearly gates and Peter standing at the gates. Well, that's not even in the scriptures. And he got a book. He's standing there with a book like this, like behind a podium, and there's a long ass fucking line, and everybody's just standing there like, oh, fucked up and scared, or don't know, or proud. And Peter look at you and say, oh, you can go. You can come in a white heaven. Oh, you can't come in a white heaven. Or Ronald Reagan is sitting on a chariot with what's that little nigga? What's the nigga name that hate niggas? What's the nigga off the Boondocks with Uncle Ruckus, man, in his angelic white form. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, that ain't how it works, bruh. every man, when a man dies, his spirit goes up. When your body is no longer can house your spirit, which is eternal, it goes straight to the spirit world, man. It goes upward. And that the spirit of the animal goes downward, man. Why? Down to the earth, because the animals, they're in their righteousness, man. The reason why we have to go to the judgment seat is because when we're down here on this earth, we're not in our righteousness, man. We're not in our order. So man has to go up, and he has to take the judgment seat because he was out of order down here. But the animals, they don't have to do that. The animals go right back into the earth and they recycle. They wait, they come right back in their order. If you was a cat, you're gonna come back as a cat. If you was a dog, you're gonna come back as a dog. But if you're a man, you're gonna go up to the spirit world. You gotta hear your judgment. Why? Because you're out of order. Then you're gonna rest. Then you're gonna come back in your ancestry, man. If you was an Israelite, you're gonna come back to one of these 12 tribes. If you was an Edomite, you're gonna come back to one of those tribes of Edom. Simple as that. If you was a man, you're gonna die as a man. You're gonna be born as a man. If you was a woman, you're gonna die as a woman. You're gonna be born as a woman. So for all you transsexuals, man, all you men that cut your rod off to become a woman, guess what, nigga? Guess what, nigga? You're gonna have to come back. You're gonna come back as a man. So all that operation that you did for your titties and for your and all those testosterone pills, those are for nothing, man. Those are for nothing, man. Right? All you women that cut your vagina up and get an inflatable penis attached to your vagina, guess what? And you cut your titties off. Hey, they do this. I'm just explaining it raw. I'm giving it to you raw. And you cut your titties off to be a man, take testosterone pills. When you die, you're gonna come back as a woman, man. Because the Most High, Yahweh Bashar Shai, does not make mistakes, man.
Right.
Contrary to what the so-called white man teaches you, the Heavenly Father does not make mistakes, man. Okay? He does not make mistakes, man. Okay? Is that it, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to 12 or something.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Heavenly Father who gave it.
Right, so what is the dust? This body, man. All our bodies are made out of elements of the earth, dust of the earth. And so it said, then the dust is going to return to the earth, and the spirit is going to return to the Heavenly Father that gave it. Because the Most High gives all spirits. He is the Father of spirits, man. He gives righteous spirits to the children of Israel and the wicked, and even the spirit of children of men. Okay, so where's hell at? We ain't read not one time you burn in hell. Go to Job chapter 4. I'm sorry, Job chapter 3. 16.
The book of Job chapter 3, verse 16.
And I'll just give you a quick synopsis of this chapter. This is Job lamenting. You know, he catching all his hell. He basically asking the Heavenly Father, why didn't he die at birth? Why was he born to go through all this? You know? So this is what Job said.
Job 3 and 16. Whereas an hidden untimely birth I had not been, as an infant which never saw light.
Right.
There the wicked ceased from troubling.
Yeah,
and
so in the spirit world, in the spirit world, the wicked cease from troubling, man. You actually, the white man is not putting hell on the Israelite man in the kingdom of heaven. The so-called white man, or the wicked, the nation of Edom, in the spirit world, we're all cool. We're all, hey, even Satan. Satan ain't afflicting you in the kingdom, in the spirit world, man. You don't have to, man. Because as soon as you die, you go right back into your order. You go right back into your order. Because right, like I said, if you're on earth, you're out of order. But the Lord is about to put order in the earth. But as for now, when you go to the spirit world, hey, everybody's chill.
There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest.
The weary be at rest. And who are the weary? These people in this sign right here, man. You know, there was when I was in the world, there was a bitch, black bitch named Shirley Caesar. She sings gospel. She's a well-known gospel bitch. And she said, I don't want to live in hell that don't even make no sense. That's imbalance, man. That's an unjust balance, man. Hey, the scripture says an unjust weight is an abomination to the heavenly Father, man. She said, I don't want to live in hell and have to die and go to hell. Because she knows being a so-called black woman in this society or coming from these nations in this world, we're living in hell, man. Right. And then you have to die and go to hell? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all, man.
Verse 19 says, 18, the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor.
Yeah, it says the prisoner rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor, man. So the prisoner and the one that had him in prison were resting together in the spiritual world, man. Hey, John D. Rockefeller, man, eat him. Hey, that guy, he's cool in the spiritual world, man. He got a judgment. He know he's gonna get his foot in his ass when he comes back. But guess what? He's chilling. He's not oppressing. Esau is not raping little kids in the spiritual world, man. He's not forcing people to eat pork. He's all right, man. He has a rest. Because guess what? Hey, this life is hell for him, man. He can't do right down here. Every time he comes back down, he just can't do right, man. He's a son on the left hand side. He's a son of Satan. Really, he's a son of Yahweh. But on the left-hand side, he's cool. Satan in the spiritual world is not warm with the Heavenly Father. Hey, Satan is scared of Yahweh, man. That's right. He says shaking his boots whenever he get that call. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He's in his order. But when the so-called white man comes down here, he has a bloodlust for the children of Israel. He has a lust to obtain all these things. He can't stop. He got to do wickedness. He can't even go to sleep without doing wickedness. Right. What kind of life is that, man?
So it's like a drug addict, man. When you're like a crack addict or something, you don't want to really do the drug, but your body's just asking for that drug. Like, yo, do it.
And
that's Esau's spirit. Yeah. The Lord put a spirit on Esau to be the wicked. So even if you try to do good, he's wicked all the way, man.
He's wicked all the way, man. You can't do right. So go read that scripture again.
This is Job 3:18. There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor.
Right, so the prisoners rest together. We don't hear the voice of the oppressor, man. Everybody's chill. Everybody's chillax, man. You know? And then everybody's resting. And I always say, you got people, when somebody dies on this side of the earth, somebody dies on this side of the world, man. Hey, those crazy ass niggas flicking ice at people, man. Yeah, it's a fucking demon, man. Hey, man, how about y'all destroy that demon, man? Hey, you better not throw no ice over here, nigga. I don't give a fuck how crazy you is. I'll beat the crazy out of you, man. Don't throw no fucking ice over here, man. Keep that shit over there, dickhead. Hey, you see? You hear the demon, man. Yeah. Keep reading, bro.
Verse 19. The small and the great are there, and the servant is free from his master.
Whoa, it said the small and the great are there, and the servant is free from his master, man. So in the kingdom, in the spiritual world, there's no lashes given to you, man. Okay? The so-called white man is not ruling over you with rigor, man. He's not even, in fact, he's not even ruling over you, man. And there's been stories, have you heard of that story about the little white dude that died? We good, brother. We online. What were we saying, man?
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 1. So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
Right.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter.
Right, so let's read it again.
Ecclesiastes 4:1 says, so I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
Right, so all the oppressions that are done under the sun, go ahead.
Oh, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed.
And that's the tears of the children of Israel, man. Those are our tears, man. And now Esau has the whole world oppressed, man, but he really has these people right here that are oppressed. Go ahead.
It says, and on this. and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors, there was power, but they had no comforter.
Right, so it says on the side of their oppressor, there was power, but we had no comforter. But now we do have a comforter, which is his word, man. And this is King Solomon prophesying, man. The comforter is his word now, which is Yahweh, which is his word too. Right? Why? Because now we understand that our oppression is going to end. That we're not going to constantly be in a state of oppression. That the heathen's not going to always rule over us. That our women are not always going to rule over us. Our children are not going to always rule. Children, which is the so-called white man. He's not always going to rule over us, man. Okay? Now we got an answer. See, our people, when we was in the world, we didn't have an answer, man. We were just oppressed, man. And you had to go to the so-called white man for due diligence, man. For justice, man. Well, now we're going to Yahweh for justice, man. Nobody's going to the white man for justice, man. Because you're not going to ever receive justice from your oppressor, man. All you're going to receive from your oppressor is more oppression.
Verse 2, wherefore I praised the dead which were already dead more than the living which are yet alive.
Right, and that's like we were talking about death, man. That's spiritual, man. Because we were talking about death, man. You know, our people, when somebody passed away here, oh man, damn, Ricky got shot. Ricky dead, man. People falling all over the casket. You want to get thrown in the grave with this nigga? Hey, man, he's in a better place than us, man. The dead are in a better place than us. Why? Because they're not being oppressed. They're in the right order, which we're, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema, we're in our order. I like that kind of big one. We're in our order. We're in our order. Because the Lord, we know we're Israelites. See, everything we know right now, and even a little bit more, but mostly everything we know right now, hey, everybody that on this chart, hey, they know it, man. Everybody knows it, man. Everybody was tripping about Aretha Franklin, funky ass. Gave that bitch 11-hour funeral. Well, guess what? She knows she's the Israelite, and she's praying for the elect, man. The big story in the heaven is the elect, man. All those down here that stood stiffly for Yahweh, man.
That's right.
Can you read that portion again? What you read, brother?
This is Ecclesiastes 4:2. It says, wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive.
I'm sorry, what already did? What more than the living?
Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive.
Right, man, because the living that's alive, man. Hey, our women are fucking nice, man. Or in the kingdom of heaven, we ain't gotta worry about that shit, man. Our women are in order, man. In the spiritual world, our women are in order, man. It's a lot. So I want to read that. It says, wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead. Yeah, because they're in a better place than us, man. More than the living which are alive, right? Because here, there's no reason to praise the alive, the living, man. One, you're in hell, man. Whether you know it or not, I don't care if you sold out, I don't care if you're a star, you're in hell, man. Again, you got the white man ruling over you, you eating GMOs, you're breathing fucked up air. In the spiritual world, man, everybody's cool, man. Again, everybody's in their order. Everybody knows that what we're saying is the truth, man. So it's like, I praise the dead more than those that are alive, man. Because they're in a better place than me. And I find myself doing that a lot, man. When somebody passes away, man, I don't be dropping no fucking tears. I mean, it hurts sometimes, especially if it's like a close family member. But like, if it's not, I'm like, oh, shit, you're in a better place than me. You ain't got to go through with Jacob's trouble. Niggas, every time somebody drop dead, you marching for the nigga. You marching for Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown. Hey, them niggas like, hey, better them than me. They ain't got to go through Jacob's trouble. They ain't got to starve. They ain't got to watch their family die grievous deaths. No matter how grievous their death was, man, it was quick, and they're in a better place than me.
Right.
We're hoping for the king. Hey, they get to see Yahweh Shai every day, man. They get to worship the throne. They're in their order, man. Especially the Israelite men. Yeah, he ain't gay no more. He don't like men no more. He's delivered. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? Because that's a sickness, man. You don't want to see your people like that, man. It makes you upset to see your people in a sick condition. No matter how well they think they are, man. Any more on that, brother?
Verse 3, it says, yeah, better is he than both they, which had not yet been, who had not seen the evil work that is done under the sun.
Right, and we were just explaining some of that evil work, man. You know what I mean? Like we said, we had to see 2 hour women walking down the street. That's some good pussy, man. Going to waste, man. To a strap on and some BPs, man. And wickedness, man.
Right.
That's a sickness, man. That's a sickness, man. That's one less woman to procreate with down here, man. To see our men highly effeminate and fagged out, man. That's a shame, man. That's a disaster.
That's right.
That's one less Israelite man to procreate and bring forth seed, man. Right? Can you read that again, brother?
Well, this is Ecclesiastes 3:3. Yeah, better is he than both they, which are both, so like which had not yet been.
Yeah, better is he, the guy that never was born, man. Go ahead.
And who had not seen the evil works that is under the sun.
He never saw the evil works that's done down here under the sun, man. Again, we're talking about judgment under the sun, man. You got the white man ruling over you, got Dukes ruling over you, you got all these heathens oppressing you in every way. And oppression don't just come by hitting us with the sword, man. Oppression, we got to see you above us, man. When we're better than you, man.
That's right.
In the kingdom of heaven, man, ain't no faggots in the kingdom of heaven, man. Ain't no transvestites, ain't no lesbians, ain't no dykes in the kingdom of heaven, man. In the spiritual world, there's no pedophiles, man. Hey, man, you ain't got to worry about the little kid being born into this sick world, man. You know?
Right.
Hoping that your daughter ain't going to school getting impressions by a lesbian, man.
Getting taught by a tranny, man.
Or getting taught by a tranny, man. The shit you see, that's wickedness. That's done again, brother.
Ecclesiastes 3:3, it says, yeah, better is he than both they, which have not yet been, who have not seen the evil work that is done under the sun.
And we were explaining some of that, man. And there's an evil work. Can you hold that and get Ecclesiastes 5 and 6? I mean 10 and 5. 10 and 5.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun,
Yep.
as an error which proceeded forth, which proceeded from the ruler.
Yep.
Folly is set in great dignity,
Folly is set in great dignity.
and the rich sit in low place.
Who are the rich? We're the rich, man. These people on the sun here, starting off with the elected Israel, man. We're the rich, man. Go ahead.
Verse 7, I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Right, so who are the servants? All these heathen nations, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Korean, the Arab, the Hawaiian, the Tongan, the Filipino, the white man. Those are all servants, man. But they're on horses, meaning they're in positions of power. And we're walking on earth as servants, man. When they look at the so-called black, Latino, Native American men, they only see a servant, man. They don't see a king, man. So go back to where you was at. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 3:3. Yeah, better is he.
Oh, yeah, was it 4 and 3? 4 and 3.
Oh, so like Ecclesiastes 4:3. Yeah, better is he than both they, which have not yet been,
Yeah.
who have not seen the evil work that is done under the sun.
Right, and one of those evil works, another one of those evil works is that the children of Israel, the true kings of the earth, are walking as servants. The princes, we're walking as servants. Because what does the word Yasha'Allah mean or Israel mean? It does not mean he struggled with God, man. It means he is the Prince of Power, man. Yasha'Allah, man. He sure Prince power of God, man.
That's right.
We're the princes of the power, man. But on this earth, we're taught, we're treated as servants, man. As servants, man. When people look at us, they see what? Former slaves, basketball players, people to exploit, people with no power, no land, no army, no money, no economic system. Because niggas always talking about economics. When people look at us, they don't see us as princes, man. But guess what? The Lord created us to be princes on the earth as well as outside of it, man.
That's right.
So that's an evil that our people don't even know who they are, man. Our people running around calling themselves black, Latino, Native American. black, right? Hispanic. When we're the children of the Lord, man.
That's right.
We're the true powers, man. We're the true kings of the earth, man. And we gotta watch the white man make fun of us. Oh, we was kings. You see? We the true nobility, man. But yet we walk around as servants on the earth, okay? We walk around as servants on the earth, man. Okay? That's the evil, man. That's the evil. That's something else.
I was gonna bring Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Let's get it, man. Because our people, you don't want to rule, man. Our people just want to, you want to be side by side. You want to be with the help, man. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the heavenly Father Yahweh thy power. The heavenly Father thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right, so the Lord created these people on this side here, the so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, Latino, West Indian, Mexican. No, you don't, because you're not following his commandments. Keep reading, man. So what you just read?
Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Right, so the Lord set these people up to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. But right now, these people are set up as people below the people on the earth, man. We're below the people now, man. And the only time the people want to see us next to them is when judgment is coming, and they want to say, oh, we're all the same. You had that Edomite talking about, but I love God. No, you don't. You don't love the Lord because you're not following his commandments, man. The Lord said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. If you love me, you will feed my sheep. If you love me, you will keep my commandments.
That's right.
But you're not doing that. They call themselves keeping the commandment by mouth. Oh, I love my neighbor as I love myself. No, you don't. No, you don't. Name one Edomite that gave up all this stuff to you because he saw that you were poor. Because he loved you as he loved himself. Not one, man. Fear the Heavenly Father. They don't fear the Heavenly Father. These people don't fear the Most High. They question his existence, man. You see how wicked that is? But they want to say, oh, but I love God. No, you don't, man. First of all, you don't even know his name. That ain't his name. God is who's God, man? I know Yahweh, man.
Right.
Who's Jesus? Who's that guy? I know Yahweh Shai. Who the fuck is the other guys, man? You see? And now we can cuss them out. And I know our people, they still coming out of this world. I even find myself sometimes when I say, who the fuck is God, man? You know, I get scared. Because I know who Yahweh is, man. But God is not his name, man. So I can say that with confidence. Not with pride, but with confidence. Who the fuck is God? Who the fuck is Jesus, man? Because they ain't the names that was given to these people. And the Lord said his name was going to be found in Israel, man.
Right.
Okay? Now, Israel is an English word, Israel, man. Because the Hebrew word is Yasharallah, man. Okay? The word God, that's just a title, man. And really, in Hebrew, the word God means power. It could mean power, or it could mean Yahweh. And it was a code because they didn't like using the name of the Lord. They felt that they used the name of the Lord so liberally, you know, they were going to be destroyed. So they changed it with Lord, God, Jehovah, which those are not the names of the Lord, man. God is the title, Lord is the title. The word Lord in the Hebrew is Adawanya. I'm Adawanya. Well, my Lord is Adawanya or Adawan. Adawan in the Hebrew is Lord. And then the people, they don't even make notice of that. When we start speaking Hebrew, we don't know Hebrew because we're not speaking Yiddish. And we're not speaking it in a fluent tongue, man. Hey, but is English your first language? No, man. Neither is Hebrew, right? No. So you say certain words, sometimes you might catch yourself saying certain words in Spanish, referring back to your mother tongue or your former tongue. Okay? And then you still put a little English in it. Me and a brother, we talk. And sometimes the brother's like, hey, what's that word? This is Spanish, but it's this. So sometimes I gotta guess it sometimes, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I gotta go, oh, okay. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know, brother. Because I don't know Spanish. I know some words. I know adios. I know como estas. muy bien, eat through, all, you know what I'm saying? But Spanish is not my first language. English is. But guess what? My original tongue, the original tongue is the Hebrew tongue, man. That's what they speak in the spiritual world, man. Even Esau, man. In the spiritual world, Esau, that nigga, he probably rapping the Hebrew, man. But he don't know it down here like that.
That's the only tongue. What was created first? The things not seen, the spiritual world.
That's right.
And if the spiritual world was created and they speak Hebrew, all the other languages just derive from the Hebrew.
That's right, man. Which they do, man. That's what happened at the Tower of Babel, man. All the languages were confused, but they still kept a Hebrew base to it, man. And then Eber, he kept the Hebrew, man, which he gave to the children, his children, which ultimately Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they spoke Hebrew too, man. They didn't speak no other language. It further got confused down the line after the Tower of Babel, because they didn't want to flood. They didn't want to die in the flood again, man. That was still a new death, man. Like, man, we got to do something. We got to protect ourselves. They flood again. Let's build a tower to the heavens, man. So if a flood, we can just run to the top and we'd be cool. You got it, bro.
You might actually get something in Matthew 10.
Matthew 10 and 29. What?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 29. Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall to the ground without your Father? But verily, Salakia, but the very hairs of your head are all numbered.
Sorry, 10 and 39. 39.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 10, verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my name's sake shall find it.
Right, and so we were talking about death earlier, and how people, they're doing this in their mind. They gotta preserve their life, man. You ever hear the term self-preservation is the first law of man? That's what they say in the world. Self-preservation. I gotta make sure I'm alive. Okay? Well, people do that to try to find their life, man. You know, you got niggas that say they're living their best life. We were talking about that earlier. People say, oh, I'm living my best life. Why? Because they found a niche in this life which is suitable for them. Well, you're gonna find, and if you, like, let's say you're making tens of millions of dollars, man, and your mind is like, man, I gotta be around the stimulus, or I gotta save some for my family. So I gotta do what I gotta do in this life so that I'm good. So if your life was being in jeopardy, man, they say, look, man, we're gonna fucking kill you, or you better take this chip if you want to keep getting all these millions of dollars. A person that want to preserve their life, they're gonna take that chip, man, because it's all about preserving. So you, like Yahweh said, read it again.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 10, verse 39. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it.
Okay, so you find your life in this world, you're going to ultimately lose it. Because you can't preserve your life. The reason why they killed Yahweh, the high priest, had him killed by the Romans and the rest of Jakes. Why? Because they want to preserve their life in this world. When you read John, I think it's 11th chapter? It might be 11th chapter. Yeah, it was John chapter 11. They go in about how that if Yahweh was to live, that all the people will follow them and they will lose their place in the Roman kingdom, man. And that they didn't want to lose it. So they're like, we got to get rid of this dude so we can keep our place, man. Because if not, we're going to lose it. The Romans going to be like, oh, this is the real king of Israel. We'll set him up. Or we'll kill him. And then then there'll be no kingdom of Israel. So they were like, fuck that, we got to get rid of him. Why? So we can maintain our position. But what ultimately ended up happening? 70 AD came, man. And we were kicked out of that land. We were forced out of that land by Roman rulers, man. The Vespasian, the Flavian dynasty, man. Vespasian, his son Titus, Domitian, and as well as an Israelite, Tiberius Julius Alexander, man. So what ultimately ended up happening? You lost your life.
That's right.
You lost everything. But it says they that lose their life for the Lord's name's sake, which we have. That's why we're drawn out of the world. You know what I'm saying? We don't really deal with people in the world unless we have to, man. Most of the time, I'm at the crib, man. He's at work, or he's at home, man. There's only a handful of places you're gonna find us in this world. Why? Because we left the things of the old for the namesake of Yahweh shot. So can you read that again, brother?
St. Matthew's chapter 10, verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it.
So he that findeth his life in this world, you're gonna lose it.
And he that loseth his life for my name's sake shall find it.
He that loseth his life for the Lord's name's sake, we find it. We have found it. We found life eternal.
That's right.
Because we know that this is not the only stop. A nigga in the world that finds his life in the world that want to live his best life, hey, this all he think is there. He don't even believe in the afterworld, man. But a nigga say, oh, rest in peace, man. Rest in power. You see? Rest in love. Rest in light. You see? But you lost your life, man.
Right.
All you that go run and get that chip, the RFID, hold the sign up, get the chip sign behind you. All of you that take this chip, the reason why you're ultimately taking it is, one, is to be destroyed, but two, ultimately is to preserve your life in this world, man. Because you don't see no other world besides the so-called white man ruling over you. You don't see no other world you don't even see life without the white man. You gotta have the white man in your life, man. If he ain't in your life, it ain't worth living. You're gonna lose your life, man. Because if you take this chip, you're gonna be doing the Siricon shuffle, man. Burning. Burn, baby, burn. Just go inferno, man.
That's right.
Okay? And it's not gonna be an easy death, man. You're gonna lose everything you had in this world. All the things that you gained in the world, all the monetary gain you had, all the physical gain, material wealth you have, you're gonna lose that shit, man. You're gonna lose it. But if you leave your current life that you have right now for your Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, how do you do that? You come back repentful and sorrowful and take heed to his commandments. You're gonna find your life, man. Why? Because you're not gonna die this death, man. You're gonna be part of the elect, man. You're gonna be slaughtered in the chariots, man. And then you're gonna be the first ones to get the new body, baby. And you ain't gonna have to be born to no man, through no man of no woman, man. And as Job said, a man that is born a woman is full of trouble in a few days, man. See? So in the kingdom of heaven, we're not gonna have to go through that cycle of being born as babies, man. We're gonna come out grown ass men, hopping out the chariots, putting the heathen in subjection, man. Taking the world back in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
But if you don't want that, you're gonna lose your life, man. Because again, the people in this world, they want to preserve their life, man. They don't want to die, man. They'll go to church and scream Jesus, Jesus all day. I can't wait till the heavens sky comes back. But hey, did you get Amos 8:11?
Book of Amos, chapter 8.
I'm sorry, Amos 5 and 18.
Chapter 5, verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, for you that desire the day of the Lord. Why you desire the day of the Lord?
To what end is it for you?
To what end it is for you? Vocab Malone, all you so-called Christians, okay, G-Man. Who else? Who else is on the list? All you people that don't believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, why are you looking for the day of the world, the day of the Lord, man? Go ahead.
It says, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right, because when the Lord comes back, it's going to be darkness and not light. You're going to have the nuclear missiles blowing up over the atmosphere, blocking out the sun. Okay, you're going to have death, woe, lamentations, destruction. And ultimately, you ain't going to have salvation. So woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 19. Well, I'll read again. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Look up. Everywhere. Go ahead.
To what end is it for you?
So what end is it for you, man? What is it? What you want to get out of that, man? Go ahead.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
It's darkness and not light. Go ahead.
As if a man did flee from a lion.
Whoa.
And a bear met him,
Yes, sir.
who went into a house and leaned his hand onto a wall.
Right. So you go from one destruction to the next, man. You might escape the FEMA camp, man. But then that's the lion and a bear, right?
Lion.
You from a lion and a bear met him. Right. So then you got the lion, which is the destruction. Then you got a famine. Then you escape the famine by way of the FEMA camp. But then the missile gonna get you. That's the snake, man. The serpent. Bite you, man. So it's mad destruction that's coming. So what the fuck are you talking about? Some I can't wait to crash time. Because they really believe that the one get Caesar up, man. Because you believe that he's coming back for you, man. On a cloud. Waiting for you on an actual cloud, man. With his hands open like this. Come here, my child. With lilies and shit, man. Come on up for me. Come on up with me and sit up in my cloud while the rapture takes place, man. Or the 7 years of tribulation takes place. That's what these people believe, man. But they don't know that this man is waiting on you for you on the other side, man. Standing on the chariot. This is not him, but this is a biblical depiction of Yahweh, man.
Right.
A big black angry man with a white beard and a white afro, red eyes, man. Glory is in his apparel, man. Austere in his look. Standing on top of the chariot. You ain't expecting that, man. With the heavenly host of angels and nuclear missiles, man. Destroying this place, man.
Right.
Right? You're not expecting that. So keep reading.
Verse 20 says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light?
So the day of the Lord is going to be darkness and not light. Go ahead.
Even very dark and no brightness in
Even
it.
very dark and no brightness in it, man. So what you talking about? I can't wait. Hold up. When the saints come in. Oh, when the saints come marching, I want to be part of that number. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was coming into the truth, man, I was going to church with my fucking demon, my ex-demon, and the so-called first lady. This bitch said she want to be part of the 144,000, man. She don't even know that it's
a woman.
Yeah, a woman. You know, a woman ain't even gonna be part. You gonna be part of the mixed multitude. You ain't gonna be part of the 144,000. Those slots are for men. But the point of the matter is, what you looking for, man? You gonna get your head chopped off. You in the church talking about God loves everybody, how you need to turn your life to Christ. You robbing people, right along with your husband. You an accessory to robbery, extortion, adultery, spiritual fornication. So what the fuck you think is going to be your outcome, man? We know it's going to be death, but you think it's going to be salvation. You got something? Keep reading.
Or it says, I hate, I despise your feast.
No, go to Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Yeah, because you don't know. You people out here, you don't know. You think that the Lord's coming back with a smile on his face and coming back looking like a so-called white man with a soft voice and long hair, man. But you don't know that the Most High and his son are so-called black men. And they're angry. You think that the Lord is coming back with his hand out and cookies, man. Okay? This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15.
Good job, bro.
This is Isaiah 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. So when the Lord's come back, he's coming back angry, man. What you think the Lord gonna be smiling at you? Oh man, Sister Cherry, she was always in the church. She was the first one in the row. She would give Pastor Dollar all her money. She paid the tithes on time. And man, I'm coming back to Sister Cherry. No, he's not, man. He gonna bust Sister Cherry head open, man. Like a cherry, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. Okay, Sister Cherry, Sister Margaret, Deacon Dollar, Pastor Porkchop, all of them gonna be destroyed, man. For the wickedness that they perpetrated against the Lord's people. Joel? It's right at the Hosea. Chapter 2, verse 1. Yeah, so the Lord ain't coming back. He's not coming back with no smiles. His hand is not going to be out for you. You hear that you just got done eating a pork sandwich, man. Breaking one of his laws. You might have just got off the pastor's dick, committing adultery.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What you think the Lord's dealing with you? Nah, man. What you expect, man? Go ahead.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh.
Right, so everybody's gonna be scared, man. Even the elect, man. Lord wanna be part of that number, the elect number, and we're gonna be scared, man. And as Richard said, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Go ahead.
For it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
So that's lining up with Amos, man. Amos what, 5 and 18? It's in a day of darkness and gloominess. Doom and gloom. Go ahead, bro.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the light, neither shall be any more after it.
Right, so when the Lord comes back, man, it's gonna be it's gonna be hell on earth, man. Literally, man. Hell on earth, man. Go ahead.
Even to the years of many generations.
Yeah, so a time that has never been before, even to the year of many generations, man. But you got people talking about, I can't wait till the Lord comes back. But you don't have no idea, man. You ain't even right with the Lord, man. I gotta get right. You got nigga that committed all manners of wickedness. You get shot instead. I gotta get right with the Lord, man. Oh, the Lord's telling me something, man. But then as soon as you heal up, you back to the same shit you was into before you got shot. You smoking weed, you praising Allah, you praising Buddha, you calling on Jesus when that's not the Lord's name. You tatted up to the matted up. You just committing wickedness, man. And see, the white man got nothing to worry about. She's walking around with a smile on her face, man. She's like this. That stupid ass smile, man. Hey, man. But you talking about they looking for the Lord? They're in heaven, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 3. A fire devoureth before them.
That's what's coming, those nuclear missiles where that nuke sign at, right here. Oh, when they bust out of the silos, man. Hey, this is what the Lord bringing, man. So what the fuck are these people talking about? I can't wait till the Lord come back, man. Don't you know when the Lord comes back, he's bringing destruction, anguish, death. He's gonna bring salvation to his elect. But the rest of you people, you're finished, man.
That's right.
2/3 of Israel, you're done, man. It's a wrap. The so-called white man, you're done. It's a wrap. America, you're done. It's a wrap. Go ahead.
Right. It says he fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Right. So that fire is that smoke and flame out of the out of the silos, and behind them is that rocket booster that's propelling them throughout the atmosphere and gonna bring them back. Go ahead.
The land is as a garden of Eden, as the garden of Eden before them.
Hey, you see, the land is gonna be like it is today. Right now, it's a garden. It's beautiful. You're gonna see Central Park, man. Go ahead.
And behind them a desolate wilderness.
Yep, and when they hit, it's gonna lead this place a desolate wilderness, man. Everything's gonna be on fire, man. Everything, man.
That's right.
Nothing's gonna go unturned. Nothing's gonna go unburnt. Everything's gonna be on fire, man.
That's right.
Everything that was beautiful is gonna be a beautiful day like today. Well, it's gonna be even more beautiful like September 11th, man. It was a clear blue sky, man. Clear blue, man. And then what happened? Those destruction happened in 1 day, man. In 1 hour, man. Okay? Well, no, man. Esau's finished, man. And she's a sign of America, man. That's a sign of America. Dirty feet, no shoes, dirt, ran through, bald, ugly. Okay? And if you're an Edomite in this world and you fucked up like that, man, hey, you need to call somebody, man. You need to get the first line number to Jacob Rothschild and hit that nigga up immediately, man. He need to forward your call quick. Because you ain't living a high life, man. You jacked up, man. If you're an Edomite in this world, you should be living the high life, not the low life. But that shows you where America is, man. Go ahead, bro. Read.
It says, yeah, and nothing shall escape them.
Yeah, nothing's going to escape that destruction, man. That's what the Lord's bringing, man. You see Esau? You see, that's why he's gonna get put to death, man. But he should keep that Job. Hey, why they say in New York? Hey, keep that same energy when your house shine comes, man.
That's right.
I need you to keep that same energy, man. Woo! Yeah! All that shit. Need you to keep
And when
that.
you're in slavery.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah. Keep that same energy when you got chains in your neck and you in slavery, man. When you wake up out of that pit, woo! Work! You get that foot, that fiery foot up your ass. I need you to keep that same energy, man. For real, man. Fucking demons, bro. Fucking demons, man.
Yes, man.
Verse 4, the appearance of them, it says the appearance of horses.
And that's what the Lord is bringing, man. You know how when the horses are on a move together, they don't break their range. They don't even step on each other, man. They be moving fast, bro. Go ahead, keep reading.
It says, and as horses of men, so shall they run. Like the noise of the chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array.
Yep.
Verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pain.
Yep.
All faces shall gather blackness.
Right, because that soot, man. That soot. All that smoke. And they're going to see it. It's going to be much pain. They're going to be hurting, burning, melting. Your skin going to melt off your bones. Your eyes going to dry up in its sockets. Your tongue going to dry up in its mouth. It ain't going to be a kumbaya moment or we just going to hold hands and rock together like that. No. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel me. You're going to feel the fire. You're going to be like that picture of that dude, man. Except you're going to be in flames with no tools, no kitchen utensils, man. And that's spiritual in itself, man. And they're going to be on fire too, man.
That's right.
The others, bro.
Verse 7, they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war,
Yep.
and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break the ranks.
You're not going to break their ranks, man. You have to be able to call it back, man. If Donald Trump not going to be able to hit a pistol button and be like, hey, call it back. Or Putin not going to call it back, man. Because the Lord's going to be in a missile, man. He's going to be in that fire, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Right, so the missile defense system, okay, because you know all these different nations got a missile defense system, so it's not going to be able to hit them, man. You're not going to be able to break their range. You're not going to be able to blow a nuclear missile out of the sky and then salvation for your nation, man. And the white man always ruling again. Nah, nigga, America's going to be totally destroyed, and the super elite know it, man. They're getting prepared. They got all these luxury bunkers. They got their gold down there, their silver. They got their servants. They got their private military down there. They're prepared, man. You what they call them? You top dwellers, man. You the ones that's not prepared, man. All you got is your pride and white supremacy, man. Because that's gonna burn the fuck up.
That's right.
And the first instance of trouble, man. You see the white man, he can't take trouble, man. People gonna start jumping off the skyscrapers and shit, man. Like that dude in 9/11, they call him the fallen man. They said he was a Dominican, man, a cook. He was all the way up on somebody's floor, and he knew it was over, man. He just jumped out of the window, man, and just took his death like a man, yo. And all you heard was bodies pop, pow, 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 pow. Listen to that gunshots, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. Because the white man, he can't take trouble, man. The white man can't take adversity. He can't take affliction. He can give it, but he can dish it out, but he can't receive it, man. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 8, so like in verse 9, it says, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Yep, that's how they gonna come, man. When you least expect it, man. Nuclear destruction, man. But you can't see that happen. You just think that, hey, life's gonna go on and on and on and on. The way it's always been. The white man's gonna keep poisoning the earth, giving the sea life herpes, fucking monkeys in their ass.
And when you bring up the topic of war to these people, man, the American people really think that, oh no, our army's the greatest. We have all sorts of defense that's gonna protect us and shit. Like, man, they've been making tests on the nuclear defense system under a controlled environment, and it still don't work. What makes you think when hell is breaking loose, all war is breaking out, that it's gonna work then? Come on, man.
That's right, man. So when the Lord comes, man, it's gonna be all hell, man, such as you never seen before, man. The Lord said the day of judgment, the day of his vengeance burneth in his heart, man, in his mind, man. Because to him, he just got off that cross 2 days ago, man. A little over 2 days ago, man. He mad as shit. That's like somebody stealing your car on Sunday, and it's Wednesday. Nigga think you supposed to get over it. Oh, that's okay. Fuck, no, you still mad as shit, yo. Like, those niggas stole my car, bro. What the fuck, man? You pissed off. Go ahead, brother.
What's that scripture? That he thinks of the day to come back?
But it burns in his heart.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, man, because they really think that, because it happened. And even some people, I mentioned to one of my boys in the world one time about the judgment of the Heavenly Father. He said, that was so long ago, bro. Like, that ain't gonna happen, this and that. Their unbelief saying that the Lord ain't gonna come, man.
Hey, can you get Second Peter 3? Hey, man, because niggas think they just gonna keep walking up and down the street aimlessly, man. Like, life is just gonna be good, man. Second Peter 3, man. I'm just gonna keep living my life, man. Every time the George come out, I'm gonna cop them. You know?
Second Peter 3.
And well, this is knowing this first. So this is saying that start at 3, read on down.
Second Peter 3, verse 3 says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts.
Right, and then that's what's happening, man. You got a bunch of people scoffing. Even Jake just walked by here with his woman and shit. Jake just look like, he look dead as shit. No life in him. This woman dragging him around and shit. She probably telling this nigga what to wear, what to do. He don't know that judgment is coming. So they're just walking into their own lust. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Like your man. Hey man, it was a long time ago, ain't nothing happened. Everything's still the way it is.
Right.
Yeah, right.
For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
And that's what people think. People think that, hey, since Adam, everything that's been going on. They didn't even make mention of the flood, man. And they're going to speak about that. They don't make mention of the flood. They don't make mention of the destruction by water that happened. And then the imminent destruction of fire. They believe that everybody came out of an amoeba. And everything, all this order came out of chaos, man. They listen to the white man's terminology. They listen to the white man's hypocrisy and hypothesis on life, man. And they believe it, man. They believe that everything has been the way it has been since the beginning of time. People say it was the end of the world in 1800. Oh, it's gonna be the end of the world in 95. Oh, this is gonna be the end of the world in 2000. And this is the same thing going on, man. Keep reading.
Verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Heavenly Father the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water, and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
Right, because there's much evidence that the earth was once flooded, man, by a great deluge or a great flood, man. And it wasn't no goddamn ice age, man. And the dinosaurs didn't get destroyed off the earth because of a big-ass meteorite, man. These people are willingly ignorant to the fact that a flood actually happened, man. Hey, we were talking about a couple weeks ago, you saying that in the mountains, man, they got all kinds of fish life, sea life, and what's those things? Coral reef. All high altitudes, man. A flood had to take place, man.
There's even underground cities, man. Not underground, Salagi, underwater.
Underwater cities.
Like, I was looking up some stuff by Asia, China. There's like whole cities underneath the water, man. So how that happened?
How did that happen? What flood take place, man? When did that happen, man? You got sea life all in the desert of Namibia. How the fuck that happened, man? They just jump out of the earth, jump out of the water, and when the water just kept receding, no, man. It was because of that flood. And when the flood waters receded, then it was over, man.
That's right.
But people are willingly ignorant, man. Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they all survived, man. And they told their children the same story. Every nation has a deluge story, man. Why is that? Because the flood happened, man. They might go off on it a little bit here and there, except for the children of Israel. We got the true account.
That's right.
But the point of the matter is, everybody knew that it happened. So now people just willingly ignorant, man. Oh, that shit ain't gonna happen again. Read it again, brother.
This is 2 Peter 3 and 5. For this they willingly... 2 Peter 3 and 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of...
So for this they're willingly ignorant of, go ahead.
That by the word of the Heavenly Father, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water,
Yep.
and in the water,
Yep.
whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
Yep.
But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word, are kept in store.
Right, because all the land that you see right now, this is the land that was on earth. Well, this is the land that was situated after the flood waters receded. And it stood here until what? Until the day of judgment, the second death, the fire, which is coming, which we're prophesying about. Just like Noah, for 120 years, prophesied that the world was going to be destroyed by water, by rain and water. At the time, the people never saw rain before, because they got all plants and everything else got its water by the dew of the earth, man. And you know what dew is, right? In the morning, you see the wet grass. That's how everything was happening. You had bodies of water, but you never had rain. So he was saying that the Lord's going to, Yahweh is going to destroy the land by rain. He's going to destroy this world, the world that you know it as. Not the earth. The earth's going to be here. The earth is going to be here. But the world that you see, that you know, all that's going to be flooded out. And they were talking shit. He was building, him and his family was building an ark. But then when that flood waters came, niggas start running to the ark. Just like when that fire comes, niggas gonna try to run to that spiritual ark. Oh, let me, what about me? They're gonna try to get in the chariot. What about me? You're gonna see Sister Jacob with the biggest Bible in her hand. Oh, God loves me, rocking back and forth. Jesus save me. Jesus save me. And a brother standing next to her, hey, screaming, Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai now. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, deliver me. And guess what? He's gonna be floating up in the chariot. What about me? What about me? $1 dollar, if that nigga still alive. What about me, Lord? I got the jet. I got the $65 million jet. Nate, what about me, Most High Christ blessed? Or he gonna try to revert back to Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, because he knows the name. But he held it back. He was shutting up the kingdom of heaven of Israel. What about me, Lord? I had an 800 man march in Memphis, man. All in behest of your name. What about me? And then you're going to see Apostle Hart, Apostle Ronald, Apostle Ricard, Apostle Ricard, Lord willing, floating up in the sky. Telling you niggas, I told you niggas, serves you right. Fuck you, Esau. Throwing up the middle finger like this. Fuck you, Esau, I told you, bitch. Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And floating up to the chariot. What about me, Lord? What about me? Yeah, that's what you're going to say. Go ahead, read it again, bro.
Verse 7 it says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment,
Yep.
and perdition of the ungodly men.
And that's the day of judgment we're speaking about, man. Of ungodly men, starting off with 2/3 of Israel, Esau, the so-called white man. And he's the most ungodly man on the earth, man.
That's right.
He is the son of the ungodly, man. Okay, the so-called white man, you are the ungodly, man. And you're going to be burnt up. All this, you're not going to be able to, this is not going to survive. Russia's going to tear your ass a new hole, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to put the spirit in him to do it. Can you get Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10? Ezekiel 38 and 10. Oh, because America is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, and your army is not going to be able to save it. And the Lord gonna put the thoughts in the minds of Putin and the rest of these kings of the earth to shoot missiles all on you, man. He's gonna bust you wide open, and you cannot believe it. It's all right. It's gonna happen anyway. So what if something is not believed? Should I make the faith of the Heavenly Father without effect? Most I forbid. You got it, brother?
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 10. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thine mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
So right now you got Putin, you got Trump, and all the rest of these kings of the earth. They're walking around, they're mulling whether they should go to war with each other. Well, it's going to come to a point where the Lord's going to put a thought in Putin's mind, and he's going to think an evil thought. And the brother's going to get that evil thought he's going to think of. He's going, what evil thought is he going to think? Is he going to think, man, I should slap the shit out of Trump? No, he's going to think this. Go ahead.
Well, verse 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of the unwalled villages.
That's America, man. All these cities, there's no walls around these cities. All these villages, these different places of rest. I'm gonna look up that word villages real quick. In a blue letter. The word for villages. This is in Ezekiel 38:10, 38:11. That word for villages in the Hebrew, the word for villages in the Hebrew is parazah, okay? And it says, open in region, unwalled village, open country. And that's what America is. America is an open country. You got Donald Trump talking about I'm gonna build a wall in Mexico. And I'm gonna make the Mexicans build it.
He didn't start that wall though.
I know he did. It's already been there, but he said he's gonna finish it.
Bush started that wall.
He said he's gonna finish it.
That's right.
So the point of the matter is, America is an unwalled village because that's just one border. What about the border to the north, or the border to the west, or the east? There are none. Because you got the border, you got the Pacific and the Atlantic, and then you got the Canadian border. But guess what? America is an unwalled village. It's an open country. And if you ever drove to the Midwest or the western side of America in a car, it's nothing but open country. Country road, baby. Country road. So it's gonna come in a thought in Putin's mind and say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go up against them and I'm gonna invade America.
What group are you guys with?
What group? Well, we're the Hebrew Israelites.
I know you're Hebrew Israelites, but you guys got groups.
Great Millstone. Great Millstone. Okay? So it's going to come a thought in Putin's mind to say, you know what? I'm going to go to war with you, man. And then not only is Putin going to go to war, his allies, China, Iran, which is Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, then America's allies, Germany, France, Britain, Ireland, all of them, Israel, they're going to go to war. And they're going to shoot missiles on American soil. But we're talking about Putin right now.
Are you streaming on YouTube?
Yeah, it's going live right now. Okay, go ahead, read.
It says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwell without walls.
And that's right. The people in America are at rest, man. Look at this guy's face, man. He looks crazy, man. He's like, that goofy ass look, man. That goofy ass look, man. And they're dwelling without cares. Why? Because America, and I got a question for you, since you know history. Has America ever been invaded by any outside country besides Pearl Harbor? Because that really wasn't an invasion, but let's say any other country.
That was a false flag attack.
That's right. I'm glad you know that. But so was America ever attacked by any other country? No. Answer it.
Depends on whose perspective you're looking.
Okay, because
what about an Indian's perspective?
Oh well, yeah. Well,
and they've been invaded.
Yeah, we're talking about
United States.
We're talking about the United States of America after they took it from the Gadites.
After they took it.
Those are our people. The Gadites, the so-called North American Indians, Seminole Indians, those are Israelites, man. But we're talking about since the so-called white man has founded this republic, which it used to be a republic, it's no longer a republic. It's supposed to be a democratic country now, but it's really a business. It's a company, a corporation.
United, yeah.
Yeah, so America wasn't ever invaded, but Putin's going to invade America, man. And what's it going to use to invade it? Those nuclear missiles, man. Who's the biggest nuclear powers on the earth right now?
Israel.
No, Israel's not the
Israel.
biggest.
Israel in the Middle East. United States in this hemisphere.
And Russia.
And Russia.
That's right. So, but Israel is not the biggest. The two biggest.
In the Middle East, they are.
Well, and the two biggest nuclear powers. They might be big in the Middle East, but the biggest powers are Russia and America, man. And Putin's going to say, you know what? I'm going to go up against the people that are at rest, man. Because these people are at rest. These people ain't worried about an invasion. They don't come in their little brain with thought and say America is going to come be destroyed by nuclear fire. You know what they said? We got the best army in the world. We got the best military, the strongest military in the world. Nobody is ever going to come up against us. That's pride, man. Keep reading, bro.
It says, and having neither bars nor gates,
Yep.
to take a spoil and to take a prey.
Yep, and that's what he's going to do. And you're not going to be able to buy the Russians off. When these Durga troopers, because first it's going to be a ground invasion. You're going to see troops from different nations, starting off with NATO troops. You're going to have NATO troops all on American soil. You're going to have Russian troops on American soil. You're going to have Korean troops, Chinese troops, all on American soil. America, the great virgin of Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, she's about to get busted wide open. And we're telling you this from the scriptures. This was prophesied thousands of years ago that it was going to happen. Keep reading.
Just to turn thine hand.
Like these guys right here, they don't believe America's going to be destroyed. Hey, they're on vacation. They're like, fuck you, nigga, I'm on vacation. I'm living my best life. No, you're not. You about to be living your worst life. You about to be living your worst life. See, them niggas, they're going to be destroyed.
That's right.
The Lord's going to swallow it. These niggas, they dead. Little Duval got them niggas in a spell. You see what the black woman said? Yes, I am. I'm living my best life. But she got to go to work in a couple of weeks or whenever this vacation over.
That's right.
She got to go to work. Her ass got to check in. Her man, he better check in to work, or they're gonna lose the apartment they got. But let's go, keep reading, man. Keep reading.
It says, to take a spoil and to take a prey, and turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited.
Which is America, like you said. America was taken over from the native Indians, so-called native Indians, because they're the tribe of Gad and Reuben, okay, and Issachar, so-called Mexicans, those tribes, and they were taken over, but it was desolate. And then America was built up, right? They built all these powerful cities, New York, Philadelphia, Honolulu, I ain't gonna say Detroit, maybe Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep reading.
Where's the lost tribe of Shabazz?
There's no lost tribe of Shabazz, man.
No such?
No, because that's some bullshit. First of all, you had the 12 tribes of Israel, and Israel never had a son named Shabazz. That was some made-up shit that the so-called American Muslims came up with. Chiefly the Nation of Islam.
I'm a member of the Nation of Islam, sir.
Well, that's a false religion, man. How you a nation of?
Where's your purple tassels? Where's your purple?
First of all, it said we're supposed to have fringes and a border of blue. We got it on us, right? Come on, man.
Where's your purple?
We don't have no purple. We don't need no purple.
Yeah.
We're not the IUIC. Okay, but you do know that there's no nation of Shabazz. There's no lost tribe of Shabazz.
No?
And what's your nationality before you was a Muslim?
Native American.
Okay, so you a Gadite, man. You an Israelite. From your father? Is your father Native American?
Yep.
Yeah, you a Gadite. You an Israelite, man. I know Farrakhan told you that, right?
I know my relatives never taught that.
No, because they didn't know it. Hey, can you give me Jeremiah 17:4? Jeremiah, they didn't know it. That's why they didn't teach it. They taught you that you were from those different tribes in the Americas, man. From the Lakota, the Choctaw, the Cheyenne.
Lakota.
Okay? And all of that was what our people came up with after they had been over here so long. They started separating themselves into more tribes, which that was part of the curses. But go ahead, Jeremiah 17:4.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
You didn't say something about you gonna worship gods?
Strange gods.
That's all right, don't worry about it. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. So it says that even thyself was going to discontinue from the heritage that the Lord gave you. Jeremiah even too, in his reincarnated state, he's going to come back as an Israelite, but he was going to come back to one of these tribes, and he was going to be disinherited from this is the heritage that the Lord gave us. And then when we were disinherited, meaning we lost who we were, we were going to do what? We were going to call ourselves by different names. The Gadites, the nation, the tribes of Gad and Reuben, start calling themselves by these different so-called Native American tribes.
How do you know you're from the tribe of Judah?
Hey, the Spirit. The Spirit says
The
itself.
Spirit says?
No.
Or does the book?
The book and the Spirit. Because what? The tribe of Judah.
Or how do you know you're, what tribe are you?
I'm a tribe of Judah.
How do you know you're not from Levi?
Because I know. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit. I'm not, you know what? It's my faith. My faith is what really guides me. Because I could be from the tribe of Levi. I could be from the tribe of Issachar. But through the Spirit, I know that they call the so-called African Americans or Negroes. I'm just saying, I'm taking them. I'm not talking about the West Indians, and I'm not talking about the Haitians. I'm talking about the so-called Negroes. That was going to be the tribe of Judah. That's how we know.
So you just, whatever your spirit says, you just go with that?
Whatever the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai says.
What is this? What tribe are you from?
From Asher.
And how do you know that?
Because he's the one that lived in Colombia to Uruguay, man. Those people, the native Indians of that town, they're called Asher. And they're called Asher for a reason. Happy. And when you go down to
so
Colombia,
everyone from Colombia is Asher?
Not everybody, because you got Judah there too. Remember that over 40% of the Judah, over 40% of the transatlantic slave trade, a lot of them slaves went down here.
Brazil?
Brazil.
Yeah.
But guess what? Brazil, they're part of Asher too, right? Brazil? Yep. Brazil, they're in there too, but you got Judites there too. Our tribe was scattered, but we know for a fact that the tribe of Judah was going to be in the North American hemisphere, up here. So these people right here, through the Spirit, and some bear with the Spirit, that we are the tribe of Israel. And so the reason why you worship in Islam now is because it's one of the curses that was given to us. You're a Gadite.
A Gadite?
Yeah, you're a Gadite.
A Gadite.
Your sons and your daughters, those are Gadites. Right. All right, brother. I'll take that. Take it easy, man. All right. And go ahead and read 64.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Heavenly Father shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And those other gods are Allah. Get the sign up right here, bro. Other side. On the other side. No. Yeah, that's the right there. Water, brother. Yeah, so they say even that it says going to worship other gods, even wood and stone, man. And that Allah God right here, that's a stone god, man. The wood god, you got the cross, the Talmud, the Catholic Church, okay? And all these other gods are wood and stone and gold and silver, man. That our fathers didn't know these gods. Our father didn't know Allah, man. Before the so-called white man came to the Americas, the so-called Native American tribe of Gad and Reuben, they didn't know nothing about Allah. They didn't know nothing about Buddha, okay? But when they were taken over, Christianity was pushed on them, Islam was pushed on them later. So our people, they're disinherited. And that's a curse. He's an Indian, a so-called Indian, man. Okay? But he didn't want to receive it, wasn't for him, but just when they're edified, he knows now. Now he don't have no excuse. Right. And this is part of the curses, man, that were levied on our people. And millions of Israelites are into that Islam shit, man. Whether it be the Arab version or the Americanized version of Islam. Millions of them are into that shit, man. And he was proud too. He's like, yeah, I follow Farrakhan, which I doubt that. He don't seem like the type, but he could. Hey, he could. But the point of the matter is he's doing that because that's part of the curses, man. Because before then, the Gadites, they knew Yahweh's name. If you read that book by James Adair, they were calling on the names of Yahweh. They were calling on the name of Yahweh. They might have said it in a more correct way, Yahweh or Yahweh, but they did say it, man. I got a book. Oh, you can put that sign.
That's history, though.
I don't have a book with me. But if it's in the Lord's will, you know, me and a brother probably do a video with it. But the point of the matter is that our people, they knew who the Lord was. Man, there's a movie on I forget the name of the movie, but the brother Elder Kazak from Mississippi, it was a little clip. I had looked it up, I found it myself too. But he had a movie with this dude named Sam Elliott. This guy named Sam Elliott, he played like an Edomite going to visit the tribe of Reuben. And they said, Yahweh has sent you. They said, Yahweh has sent you. They said the Lord's name, man, in that movie. Because the Gadites on this side of the world, they were calling the Lord's name. But over time, they lost it. Just like over time, the children of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi in Africa, they lost it. And in Europe, they lost it. So there was a corrupt name. Just like Apostle Hart did that video on the Jehovah Wickedness temple, they had Yahweh name on it, man. They said Yahweh, with an O, but they said Yahweh, man. Because that's the Akon or a Khan way of saying the Lord's name. Which the Khan are people out of Western Africa, man, who are Israelites, man. Okay? Okay? So our people, they knew the name of the Lord at one point. But over time, those curses started kicking in and they started losing it, man. But he might watch the video or something. He might get a cop or something. I don't know what he's doing. I got a spirit of an agent on me, you know what I'm saying? Could have been just somebody that sincerely wanted to know. He was sincerely wrong about Islam. And you see, he didn't really defend that Islam shit too long. Like, oh, he just got these off Islam. Okay. What was that?
Well, before in Ezekiel 38.
Yeah, let's go there.
It's back in Ezekiel. I'll start at 10 again. Ezekiel 38, verse 10. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind.
Right, so the Lord's going to put thoughts in whose mind. Because, you know, they're going to have meetings before this war gets hot. They're going to have meetings. They're going to try to have some type of dialogue. But in his mind, he's going to be like, fuck that, man. Hey, this guy Trump, King Trump, or whoever is the king at that particular time, like, hey, man, they did too much, man. We got to do it. We got to do it. Because they got a preemptive strike and they got a secondary strike. So a preemptive is, if we think they're going to shoot it over there, we're going to shoot ours first. That's the kind of thought that's going to come in Putin's mind. Like, fuck that, man. They're going to try to do this against me. I got to do it. We got to go ahead. And they're not going to think about none of you Americans, man. They're going to think, oh, man, we got all these Americans here. All the nations or the earth going to watch this place burn the fuck up, man. Right. Through the different news feeds, man. And it's going to be live, man. Like Apostle Kabar said, Gil Scott Harrington was wrong, man. Because the revolution is going to be televised, man. They're going to see that, man. They're going to see that, the rising up of the destruction of this place.
And thou shalt think an evil thought.
Yeah, so he's going to think that evil thought. Go ahead.
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of the unwalled villages,
which is America.
I will go to them that are at rest.
And that's America, man. The people are at constant rest here, man.
That dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls.
And that's America. That's every city in America, man. And you know how easy it is for a country to invade this place, man? With the right motivation, man? And it's gonna happen. Go ahead.
Having neither bars nor gates.
America.
to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate places
America.
that are now inhabited.
That's what America was. America was a desolate place. After they kicked Gad out, Reuben out, Issachar out, and this place was desolate. And they built it back up through the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay? And now Putin's gonna go, he's gonna bomb this place. Go ahead, bro.
And upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land.
And that's America. America is the what? The great melting pot. You got people of all nations here, man. Look, you got Edomites, you got East Indians, you got Moabites, Ammonites, Japanese, Chinese, Arab, Koreans, real Africans, because we're not African. You got people from all these different nations that got what? Cattle, that got rich in this place, man. That's why when this place goes down, all these nations, they're going to wail for her. They're going to mourn because their money pot is gone. There's no other nation on earth like America, man. America is the #1 consumer nation on the planet Earth, man. Anybody can get rich here, man. Anybody. Anybody can go, it's the only place on earth you can go from nothing to something in a matter of months, man. Depending on what you got going on, man. So that's why America is that place where all the different people are at. Read that again.
It's Ezekiel 38:12, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of all the nations which have gotten cattle and goods, and dwell in the midst of the land.
And that's right. You see it. Hey, you go to New York City, man. That's like the brother, he tells me that all the time, man. And New York City is the only place pretty much in the world where you can get food from any country. I told the brother I didn't like the food in New York City, man. And the brother was like, hey, man, hey, you ain't go to the right places, man. Because you can go to New York City, you want to eat some East Indian? Hey, they'll take you to an authentic East Indian restaurant, man. You want to eat some Hamite shit? Hey, no pictures, man. No pictures. Stop taking pictures of me, man. They take, you want to go to a Hamite spot? Hey, you can actually go to a Hamite spot. Get some real West Indian food, man. Niggas eating with their hands and shit and all of that, man. You want some real Chinese food? Not that Chinese American shit? You can go here. So you got people from all over this earth. Yeah, look where we at. We're in Honolulu, man. The 50th state. But you got people traveling from all over the world coming out here, man. Go ahead, keep reading, bro. Was that it?
It says,
Oh, no, don't worry about that. Go to verse 15.
Well, verse 14 it says, therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto God, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Yahweh, in that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shalt thou not know it?
That's right, and you're gonna know it when we dwell in safety. Man. And you guys know you're Israelites?
Yes.
What tribe you come from? All right, that's cool, man. So, and you already know that America's gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire too, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So, which is cool because the scripture said in Judges 5:26 that we were going to rehearse the righteous acts in the land of drawn waters, okay, in the land of our captivity. But the point of the matter is, first and foremost, the Sabbath is dictated off of the new moon according to the Bible or the Tanakh or the Torah. You know that. So the point of the matter is, I knowing that we're just Israelites, your nationality, you already know it. You're Judite, okay? Well, what's the Lord's name? Okay, the Most High's name is Yahweh. There's no O's or B's in the Hebrew, in the ancient Hebrew. You're following your customs, but one of the key things that you lack is the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord in the Hebrew tongue is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shai, not Jehovah or not Yeshua. Okay, and then second of all, where's the temple at? Where's the real temple at? Remember the Lord said the temple of heaven is in you. It's in you. It's in us. So, okay, man. All right. Well, at least you know, man. The Most High is coming back soon. Oh, you want to start? But that's really the Star Rim prayer, man. That don't go back to our king historian. That was something that our people used to worship, what we really call the Star Rim. You don't need that shit. And that's how you come out and say, now, we're not disrespecting us. You got to cover up. You got to cover all that up. That's only for your husband. All right, Sister Wade, Shalom. Take it easy, sister. At least you got a hair cover. You know what I'm saying? At least you got a hair cover. Juice out of a turkey. Blood out of a turkey. She came humble. You know what I'm saying? The other woman was living her best life. I sure am. And she was proud as shit too, man. Did I tell you that nigga little duo? Hey, I got, man, bro. I hate that little nigga, bro. I hate him, man. He used to be funny, man. Clifton Powell, man. That's his real name. Like Clifton Powell, he's so cool. But anyway, where was that, brother? Verse 14, right?
Verse 14. It says, you want me to read 14 again?
Yeah.
Ezekiel 38 and 14. It says, therefore, Son of Man, prophesy and say unto God,
Gog is Russian. Gog and Magog is Russian, okay?
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, in that day, when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shalt thou not know?
Yeah, he's going to know it, man. Because who thinks that he's going to take over America and the rich nation and him, that they're going to be the next rulers? You know, you got China getting ready. You got South Africa getting ready. Which South Africa is an Edomite nation. They just got a nigga, a Hamite sitting on a throne. But then you got Brazil, ran by Edomites. But they got a Khazar sitting on a throne there. Then you got India, Pakistan, all the BRICS nations. They think they're next, man. But when we dwell in safety, they're going to know it. These nations, they're going to know it. They're going to know that the Israelites are dwelling safe because nobody's going to touch us, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 15, and thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company, and a mighty army.
Right, and they're gonna come from the north, coming from America, also Russia into the Middle East, man. Because that's where the big fight, that's where the hot portion of the war is gonna be at. It's gonna be hot all over the earth. Even here in America, but over there in the Middle East. Go ahead, keep reading, bro.
Verse 16, and thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days, and I will bring thee against my land.
Right, so because guess what? Syria is an ally to Russia. And the Israeli people been at war with Syria for the last 18 years, decades, right? So they're going to attack Syria with whether it be nuclear bombs, pocket nukes, or whatever, and then they're going to draw Russia into the war. And then when Russia is attacking Israel, America's going to come in because the scripture says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And Israel is the least of the flock. Like we were telling that Jake, they're not a nuclear power. They got nuclear weapons, they're not a nuclear power. So they're going to bring them into that land. And what? Russia's going to make that land desolate too with nuclear missiles. Go ahead.
And I will bring thee against my land, that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before their eyes.
Right, and how does the Lord going to be sanctified in God, man? By you making him use them nuclear missiles. They're going, oh, this is the act of God. This is the act of Yahweh Shai. Okay? And she like Jake, man, she got her hair on down like a nigga one. They like our style, man, but they hate us, man. They love our style, but they hate us, man. Love my style, nigga. So, but like we were saying, that's how this war is gonna happen. Can you look up that scripture that says his hinder parts are gonna be facing? His hinder parts shall be the east. I think this is Joel. His hinder parts shall be in the uttermost, and his face toward the east. go to that.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 20, says, "But I will remove far off from you the northern army."
Right, so the Lord's going to take the American army from off of the continental United States, man. And he's going to push them over there to the east, the Middle East. Go ahead.
"And I will drive him into a land barren and desolate."
That land barren and desolate is the Middle East or Saudi Arabia. Okay? This is where the hottest portion of the world is going to be. Go ahead.
"With his face towards the east sea."
That's the Red Sea right here. I'm sorry, the face toward the East Sea?
Yeah.
That's the Euphrates River. That's the Euphrates River,
"And his hinder part towards the utmost sea.
which is the Red Sea right here.
And his stink shall come up, and his ill savior shall come up, because he hath done great things."
Right, so that's the Northern Army. That's America. You're gonna lose this war. You're not gonna win. You see the First World War, the Second World War, they came in late and they basically took credit for it. But this Third World War, they're gonna lose. They're not gonna have no army to protect them here on American soil. It's the invasion from these different nations, man. Because they're gonna have a draft. Because they don't have a big active army. They got a reserve, they got a national guard, they're gonna be called up. And don't say it can't happen. When I was in the army and I went to Iraq, the National Guard and the reserve got called up, man. Everybody was over there. So he's gonna draw the army out from the Americans. How's can you find it? Surely the least of them shall draw them out. How is the Northern Army gonna be called to the Middle East, man? How they gonna get them over there? Well, their greatest ally over there in the Middle East is Israel, that welfare state. Israel, the welfare state. Okay? And they're gonna draw them in that war. What's the face gonna come down? Russia's gonna come down. China's gonna come down. Iran's gonna come down. Okay? And that's why America has stalled in going into Iran. Because they know once they go into Iran, it's over for the Russians coming, man. And don't think for a minute that the Russian army is not well prepared. The Russian army is way more prepared than the American army, man. Your special forces ain't got shit on the Spetsnaz, man. Your what's some other niggas called for the Navy? No, SEALs. Yeah, your SEALs. They ain't got shit on them other armies, man. And they're prepared, man. Fuck the Spetsnaz, man. They got motherfucking their regular army is more prepared. You got faggots and dykes in your army, but the Russian army don't got none of that shit, yo.
They're filled with hate, man. All these other nations, their armies are filled with hate, man. Towards America.
Hate.
You American soldiers, oh, we got the best weapons. Y'all comfortable.
They filled with pride.
Filled with pride and confidence, man. Thinking that nothing ain't gonna happen to you. Like the scripture says, not by strength shall anybody be delivered.
Oh yeah, not by your own.
Because the Heavenly Father is the one that controls who wins or who loses, man. And the Heavenly Father already foretold us that America's going down, man. So whatever you think, whatever you feel like, oh, we have the best weapons, oh, we have this, we have that. The Heavenly Father already said he was gonna go down, man.
And you're gonna go, man.
That's right. At least to the flocks.
Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, Yahushai, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
And America is the modern day land of Chaldea. Yeah, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, with.
Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
That's right. So the least of the flock is Israel, the state of Israel. the welfare state of Israel, man. He's going to draw America into this war. Either they're going to bomb Syria or they're going to bomb Iran. But either way, that's how they're going to get drawn out. And they're going to get drawn over there into the Middle East with his hinder parts to the utmost sea, his face to the eastmost sea, which is the east is the Euphrates, the utmost sea is the Red Sea, man. And your stink gonna come up. You're gonna lose his fight, man. All your soldiers, man. Yeah, so anybody that's enlisted into the military voluntarily or under the draft act, you're finished, man. You ain't never coming back to America. First of all, America's not gonna be here for you to come back to it. Second of all, you're gonna die over there in the Middle East, man. Next time somebody see your body, your carcass, you're gonna win one of them Rothschilds or them banking families is burying your ass, man. And you Rothschilds, you're not getting the job, but to put the stick, say, oh, a body here, you're not getting that job. You ain't getting that shit. Somebody else getting that shit. Your ass gonna bury them with your mouth. You're gonna make them grave deep with your mouth. Go ahead, bro. Was that there on that? It was in
Yeah, that's and the noise of
read it.
Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 46. And the noise of the taking of Babylon, Jeremiah 50 and 46. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations.
And why is the earth going to be moved? The scripture said the earth going to whirl to and fro like a drunkard in Isaiah. Why? Because of those nuclear missiles, man. Those nuclear missiles, man, when Babylon is taken, man. And it's talking about this Babylon. It's not talking about ancient Babylon in Iraq. That place still exists. People live there. But they ain't got shit going on there. It's in Iraq doing nothing. It's talking about America, man. And you people not ready for it. You know when you're gonna be gonna be ready for it? When it's too late. And then even then you're not gonna be ready. You're gonna be screaming, you're gonna be crying, you're gonna be trying to hide your children, hide your kids, hide your dog, and it's not gonna work, man. America's gonna be destroyed, all 50 states, man. All 10 parts of the city. Go ahead, brother.
That's finished 16.
Okay.
That's 17.
Yeah. Ezekiel, right?
It's back in Ezekiel 38 and 17. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, why Yahushai, art thou he, I have spoken in all time by my servants, the prophets of Israel?
Right, all the prophets came from Israel, man. So ain't no lost tribe of Shabazz. Ain't no, Muhammad was not a prophet. All the prophets came out of Israel, and we spoke about this in the ancient times, man. Go ahead, bro.
Which prophesied in those days many years that I would bring thee against them.
Right, was prophesied against them many years, and we have. Starting out with the apostles and the elders. Apostle Harb been out here 30-some years, bro. Man, 30 years, bro. 30? Pastor Bar, almost 30 years. Pastor McGraw, almost 30 years. Pastor Obama, almost 30 years. That's a long time. And they've been doing it. Even to the other elders, the younger elders, to us, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 18. And it shall come to pass at the same time when God shall come against the land of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh, that my fury shall come up in my face.
Yep.
For in my jealousy and in my fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel.
Yeah, so the land of Israel is going to be wholly destroyed just like America. But the only thing, America is going to be destroyed perpetually. Israel is going to be rebuilt because that's our homeland. They're going to have to rebuild Jerusalem. Right. So and the Lord, that's how the Lord's going to speak to you in his fire and in his wrath. You want to hear the voice of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? You want to hear it in his wrath, man. You don't hear the voice that we're speaking right now. You're going to hear it in his wrath, man. And chiefly, this word is only for the elect of Israel.
Verse 20. So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence.
It's going to be a huge earthquake. The scripture said the earth will whirl to and fro like a drunkard. Can you get that, bro? The earth shall whirl to and fro like a drunkard. Yeah, man, because when these missiles, over 200 million warheads are going to hit America, man. Oh, it's at 200,000. That's 200 million warheads, man. And they got them. And the Lord going to be in that fire, so they're going to put the pressure on the fire. It's going to feel like 200 million warheads, too.
Yeah, just like the Babylonian king that said to put up the fire on the furnace.
Oh, yeah.
The Lord's going to put up the fire, man, on Babylon, man.
That's right. He's going to turn it up, man. He's going to make it hot. Make it hot.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
So the earth's going to reel to and fro, back and forth, like it's going to be an earthquake, a worldwide earthquake. Tsunami is going to be happening. Super duper earthquake, man. People are going to die.
That's right. It says, and shall be removed like a cottage.
Yep.
And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it.
Yep.
And it shall fall and not rise again.
Yeah, so America's going to fall and not rise again. The so-called white man is going to fall and not rise again. Okay?
Verse 21, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Heavenly Father Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, shall punish the host of the high ones.
Who's the host of the high ones? The Edomites, the elite, the banking elite. Okay? Go ahead.
That are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
All you kings, your King Trump, okay? Your King Putin, all of them.
And they shall be gathered together as prisoners, gathered in a pit.
And that's what's going to happen to the elite. The elite, Isaiah 49 and 3. No, Isaiah, I meant Psalms 149 and 3. All the elite, you're going to be gathered together like prisoners in a pit, man. Okay? The Rothschilds, Jacob Rothschild, Evelyn the Rothschild, David the Rothschild, Prince Philip, Nathan Rothschild. What are you going, man? You going into the pit.
Right. 149 and 3?
Yeah.
The book.
But before you get that, finish that other one off in Isaiah.
Isaiah 24 and 22. It says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in a pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited.
Right, so they're gonna be down there all dirty, all those $5,000 suits, they're gonna be turned into short sentence. You're gonna be all dirty, you're gonna be shut up, and then you're gonna be visited. Go ahead.
Verse 23, the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Heavenly Father Yahweh of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem and before his angels.
Oh, that was it on that.
This is the book of Psalms 149 and verse 3. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with timbrels and harps. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Yep.
The saints be joyful in glory. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing out loud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Heavenly Father be in their mouths, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people.
Right.
To bind their kings with chains.
So you kings, you Rothschilds, you Oppenheimers, all you so-called super elite, wealthy men, this is your judgment going to be, man. You're going to get chains on your necks, man. On your hands and on your feet, on your waist. Go ahead.
And their nobles with fetters of irons.
All the noblemen, your Donald Trumps, all your presidents, Macron, what's that chick name? The white bitch from Germany, Merkel, Angela Merkel, Theresa May, all of you, man. Go ahead.
To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all the saints, all his saints, praise ye the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
Hey, so with that, man, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua Hashem, Rakab, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone. Teach the word, teach the study from 12. Salutations to our fellow. I can keep pushing, keep striving. We're almost out of here. Hey, Shalom, Baba Bob.
Shalom, my Baba Bob.